Our mission reaffirms that gender justice cannot be achieved without addressing the systematic inequities embedded across water, sanitation, hygiene, and the enabling environments that support women's full participation in society. Across the continent, women and girls bear disproportionate burdens arising from inadequate wash systems, climate-related water insecurity, unpaid care work, and discriminatory social norms. These barriers restrict educational attainment, economic mobility, political participation, and health outcomes, undermining the very foundations of gender equality. Gender justice is inseparable from water justice, and science-based solutions are indispensable for dismantling the systematic inequities that undermine the rights and well-being of women and girls. Our mission recognizes that evidence-based driven policies, gender-responsive technology, and inclusive governance are essential to achieving the commitments of 2030 Agenda. Science-based solutions are essential to dismantling these inequities and ensuring policies, technology, and institutions to respond to evidence and not bias, to justice and not tradition, and to the lived realities of women and girls. Women must be centered in the design, governance, and deployment of water and sanitation technologies. Science-based solutions must be accessible, culturally grounded, and responsive to the lived realities of women and girls. Gender justices require institutions that are transparent, accountable, and inclusive. The WSA promotes institutional strengthening through gender-responsive budgeting, maternal health and wash integration, recognition of unpaid care work, leadership pathways for women, and protection of women in humanitarian and climate-affected settings. At the center of this commitment is Water Her, our mission's flagship initiative advancing women-led water innovation, gender-responsive water governance, and justice-centered approaches to water and sanitation systems. Water Her demonstrates how science, policy, and women's leadership can cover to transform communities, strengthen institutions, and accelerate gender equality on ensuring and strengthening access to justice for all women and girls, promoting inclusive and equitable legal system. Water Her provides a model for how institutions can embed gender justice into water governance, ensuring that women's leadership is recognized as essential to peace building, climate resilience, and sustainable development. Excellencies, delegates, and colleagues, the observer mission of the Pan-African Intergovernmental Agency for Water and Sanitation in Africa to the UN, in our commitment to ensuring and strengthening access to justice for all women and girls, admonish the following recommendations for inclusion in the CSW 70 agreed conclusions. 1. Recognize water and sanitation as foundational to gender justice. 2. Call for universal access to safe water, sanitation, and hygiene. 3. Affirm the need for science-based, gender-responsive wash system. 4. Support women's leadership in water governance and climate resilience. 5. Integrate WASH into maternal health, education, and social protection system. And 6. Strengthen institutional accountability to eliminate discrimination against women in public life. In conclusion, our mission affirms that gender justice is scientific, moral, and governance imperative. Through Water Her and our broader mandate, we stand ready to continued work with the mission of Cape Verde and other member states, UN entities, civil society, and the youth to advance science-based solutions that dismantle structural barriers, uphold women's rights, and build resilient, equitable societies. Let us note that gender justice is not optional. It is the foundation of sustainable development, institutional integrity, and women's collective future. Thank you.